Hey Gemini, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for October 8th, 2025. This is for Gemini. Last shuffle coming out for Gemini. Let's see what's going on. Okay, Gemini, what we have here is professional assistance and we also have transformation. This tells me off the top that there's someone in your space that Spirit wants you to know about, that they're going through a big change or they're in the middle of a big life change. It looks like they may have suffered some karma and they finally are committed to being bring a peaceful resolution. I wouldn't trust it, to be honest with you. They're showing this person is not being honest. This person could be someone helping you get, it has something to do with a marriage, a wedding. And so this could be that they're married and they're not being honest about what their partner did. If you're dealing with someone who is freshly divorced, I wouldn't listen to what they say about their partner. Okay, this is someone who I'm not saying like they're making the person seem really really bad, but they're withholding something, or they're misrepresenting themselves, or they're in the middle of a change. This is like makeover energy, right? Like they're not really blonde, you know. Like, you know what I mean? There's something about them that they're changing. So they're not really, the way I would say this, right, is like when someone's in the middle of a change, they're not fully whatever they're changed into. You still got little remnants of whatever the heck you were before. You know what I'm saying? Like if you got, say this person's like comes to you and they're slim, they had some kind of like, they went through some big diet, or they took some medication, or they had some kind of procedure done. They're still like, the they're still big underneath all of that. Like they still want to eat the whole, the Matilda cake. They're still going to try it. You know what I mean? So they're still not there where they've adopted a habit that could lead to like a set of behavior that could be authentic to them. There's something that's not authentic about this person. Doesn't necessarily mean they're just like coming in to steal the money. You know what I mean? It's like they're not exactly what they're representing. They want to be, and they're working towards it, but I just don't see it there. And so, whoever this person is, it may have a lot to do with a wedding or a marriage. And there's something about them not realizing or understanding what the meaning of whatever it is they're doing. They don't recognize the meaning of something yet. There's a higher purpose to the events in our lives, right? And they don't realize that this, whatever turmoil they've ever gone through, it was meant to be. It was meant to be, and the blessing out of everything will be revealed. This is someone who's trying really hard to see. They may have gone through a lot of karma because they didn't see it, and so they knew. Though the funny thing is, what I'm getting off of a person is that they knew, or they know, that they should have adapted to a change, or did something earlier, did something when they got the prompting and they didn't do it. So now they're facing karma. Whoever this person is, they may be wearing very bright colors. Magenta may be one of their favorite colors, or magenta something is involved in this situation. But it's also a reminder for them to connect to their deepest inner knowing. There's something about them. They may act like they don't know, they know. And that's the thing I think is a false part of them. It's like they may be like, I had no idea. They had all the ideas. Okay. Maybe they didn't know exactly how it was going to play out, but Spirit has been tapping them on the shoulder so much that they got pain going somewhere. They're like, I don't know why, but my head hurts because the Spirit's been thumping them in the forehead. They know. This is someone who ultimately is going to be loyal to what they love. Ultimately. So they're making changes, but they're still loyal to something. Like I said, you could get gastric bypass surgery, but you still want that cake. You know what I'm saying? You're still loyal to that food. This person's still sort of loyal to what they put down. So this could be that they got an ex-wife or ex-husband or something. They're still somewhat kind of loyal to that place. If this is a business, or someone in business, they're still loyal to their old company. Or there's something about them, like I love this work, or I love this part of whatever. Even if they're changing, they're still loyal to something. So I just want that to be clear. It's not like I'm purposely getting up saying I cannot wait to mess Gemini up today. Like they're not dancing to it. They are struggling because they have gotten whipped by life. And they're learning to stand up for themselves. But the Six of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, and Page of Wands, so they're they're inspired to focus on their happiness, but they may not know what that is for them anymore. They're loyal to something, but it's not making them happy. But they're being inspired to focus on their happiness here. Transformation is the Four of Swords and the Lovers. Their change is they're doing something new, something that they would usually be like, I don't want to do a diet, schmiet. That's not even in my vocabulary. Like they don't want to do that, but they're doing it. So their transformation is a peace of mind. They're coming to a peaceful resolution or a peaceful an understanding that I got to adapt to this change. I just have to accept this mess, whatever is going on with them. They're realizing they have to do it because South Node energy is here, which tells me that this is like karmic. They're going through some karmic mess, and they may be helping you, or they may be seasoned in something, which kind of makes you a professional, whether you got the paper to say you're a professional or not. They're very seasoned in something, and like they may have a history of they. I keep getting that this person, it's more in the realm of like love or business, because it's contract, wedding, marriage, all that, right? A lot of times they're both somewhat similar. Of course, I will never minimize the power of marriage, because it's deeply sacred and it is deep. It's deeper than what we think. It's not just a ceremony or a piece of paper or a certificate from the government. It's deeper than that. It breaks down. It goes down. I mean, it breaks down to the most basic of things. The the basis of the universe. I'll talk about that another day. But quite similar is the marriage that we forge in business when we become business partners, right? And so that could be the deal with them. They may have left a business behind or something, but they're very skilled in something. They have history in it. So they've had even if it's just one marriage or one business, they have a lot of experience. This was not some short-term fly-by-night thing. It was like we really did entrench ourselves in something. So their new beginning is in them doing something for themselves now. They're scared of the new beginning, and they're trying to pretend like they're not scared. So they may be acting like, oh, it's great, everything's fine, but there's a potential loyalty still to that whatever it was that they're independent from. And this new beginning, they also don't feel prepared for this, but they may act like they are. You may already see it. They cloak it by being overtly optimistic and like, oh my gosh, it's so great. Like I see a lot of bright energy around this person. They are not okay. I don't see crying just yet, but I see negative thinking. There may be moments of quiet for this person. Like you would know who we're talking about, but because they would be all joyful and happy, and then all of a sudden they'll have the 1,000-mile stare, and that's them thinking they were supposed to call you back. They sat and stared at the wall, Forrest Gump style, thinking about all the stuff and all the things and the things they could have said and should have said, and like, why did this have to happen to me? And and about they're having a hard time accepting something though. Like they may act like they've accepted it, but they haven't. I don't know what the heck this is about, but if you may want to know what this is, I mean, you may know what it is actually, but if you do a little digging, you might find out some stuff, because it seems like this person's having a hard time. Angel number 2323 is here. So if you see that number and it's associated with the person, or you're around them, or you think about them, this is telling me that there's an endless cycle of this person struggling to accept a truth. It's making them exhausted. It's wearing them out. They may not do jack all day but sit behind a desk, but they are worn out by the end of the day. Why? Because they are not able to accept a truth, and they keep on just ignoring it. This is ignoring it, ignoring it, ignoring it here, ignoring it constantly. Just, huh? What? It's the candle right there. Huh? Where? Over there? Over there? It's like you're pointing at it. This is that person that you might want to thump. Just be like, come on, use your common sense. I'm tired here. This person has to make a decision to live for themselves, because life is about passion, and they've got to make a change. Their life will not change until they do. If you notice that their life still kind of looks stagnant, it's because they have not made the decision to live for themselves. They're still loyal to something that they need to walk away from. They need to stand up for themselves too. Someone may be taking advantage of them too, like knowing that they care, right? Knowing that they care. So they'll string them along, keeping them trapped in something. Now, this could be you, that someone's very professional at doing this to you. But if it is, it's time to live for yourself. It's time to face the music. But I'm seeing it more being someone connected to you. The spirit's like, nah, you need to. Oh, but it sounds like you too, because Gemini's here. But either way, apply it as however it goes. But someone here is very loyal to their commitments. Someone here is very loyal when they say that I do, or okay, I accept. They mean that crap. Someone connected to this does not. And so there is also a place where you may be in that space also, but this person still is in the throes of like trying to move past maybe a broken connection or a broken contract, a broken marriage. And so they're still kind of like there. They're still in the middle of it. They're still right on the bridge, right? Where we're leaving something behind, but we're not quite where we want to be. And so they're giving this to you so that you are more understanding in some way of how things are going down for someone connected to you. You could be dealing with another Gemini. I see Aries here, also Cancer. Okay, I'm also seeing Leo or Sagittarius. So you could be a Gemini Cancer cusp. You could even be a Taurus Gemini cusp, because I'm seeing that also here. Aries Taurus cusp is here, and Cancer Leo. If you're not dealing with those signs, which you don't have to be, those signs could also be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.